Hello. Today what I want to do is go over the food gathering section of my wilderness long-term living backpack or bug-out backpack. Now this here is a case that I can throw over my shoulder, or I can carry it in my hand with my backpack. This here, I would grab that and go as well. This here is what I would carry inside the backpack, and right now with this in there and a couple more pieces, I'm right at the 40-pound mark. I only have to throw in a little bit for cooking and fire starting and such, a few odds and ends, and that's going to be another video. So I'm going to open up this case first just to show you what's in here. These here in this tube is 6 breakdown arrows. That there is 50 .22 Magnum rounds, and as you see, I've got one case there. I've got another case, another case, another case. That's 200 rounds plus 1, 2, 3, 4 more. That's 400 rounds, and also some 22 caliber rounds. So I've got plenty of 22 mag and 22 caliber rounds. I also have 3 packages of batteries because I'm using a red dot scope. Now the red dot scope, once I do run out of battery power, I can use open sights with my rifle as well. And this is a gun tool basically, or rifle tool. Just has a lot of different tools on it that you can use to maintain your firearm. Now this weighs in at about 5 pounds, so I don't mind carrying that or throwing it over my shoulder. Also, a gun cleaning kit will be put in this, and gun cleaning solvent and oil as well. In the main compartment here, I've got my survival bow right there, the tactical survival bow with 2 strings, and I've used this a lot and it works rather well. I believe this one here is the 55 pounds, so I can take large game with this bow. So this is very light, compact, and easily put in this case. This here is the firearm of my choice. It's the little Badger by Chiappa. This one I've used and harvested game with this little rifle, and it works great. There's very little to go wrong with this rifle. And also, like I said, the ammo is very easy to carry as well, and a 22 Magnum delivers a punch. Single shot. I have the quick dot here, like I said, and extra batteries. This is the choice that I chose. Now, other people have way different options for sure, but as a Canadian, for me, I mean, everybody has their personal preference, but this I can get a lot of game with. So that is my firearm and archery choice for food gathering. So the firearm and the bow, I would be carrying whether I'm gathering firewood, fishing, anything I do away from my camp. Because when an opportunity comes along that you may see game that you want to harvest, you are ready to do so. Because trapping would be my most source of getting food. Whether it's fish traps or land traps, so on. That's going to be my main food gathering for protein. Now also wild edibles and such you can gather. But for harvesting meat, whether it be in fish or animals in the forest, it will be trapping. And then the firearm is any kind of opportunity that arises that I can get a shot. That's when that will come in handy. So with that being said, that's where this bag comes into play. This is multiple items in here that's going to help me with trapping. First off is how many yards? 370 yards of 40-pound test monofilament line. I could snare with that as well. And this is 150 yards of 40-pound braided fishing line. So I can use these for fishing, setting up traps, snares, and so on with that line. So I've got a lot of line there that I can reuse, just multiple uses for that type of line or cordage. Also, in here is a gill net. This is a great gill net for small streams. I believe it's 1 inch squares, so it'd be great for small trout and so on. I could block off an area, you know, just many uses you could use that for. So just a small little gill net. I've also got, this is 137 meters or 150 yards of 25-pound braided fishing line as well. I've got 2 of these small fishing kits. It has many jigs in it. I've got small to very large hooks as well. Some bobbers, sinkers, some flies when I do not have bait as well. So multiple in there. And also in here. Now these are they're a fingernail clipper, but they were made for fishing. So I can cut my line and such with them, but I can also cut my nails if I needed to, which is very important. Just many little tools on that. Got some spinners, got a repeller, different hooks and such on that side. Oops. And more flies as well. And another many hooks. So very important. I have a lot here that I can use for fishing that will last a long time. I also have 2 rolls of military tripwire, but can be also used as snares and just multiple uses for a thin wire. Now this is a tube with bank line on it, but it was made for setting up different sets in the water that I can tie this to a tree, put a couple hooks on, put some bait on, throw it out, go down, put another one, and so on. It's just very handy. Now these pop off, and I've got some lures and hooks and such in here as well in this hollow tube. So another way to fish, and this you can hold some really big fish if you caught it with you know, line like this. Not sure the number of bank line this is, but it's going to last a long time and also multi-use. So having gear that is multi-use that can be used for fishing, or I can tie together a shelter if need be, is very important to me. In this bag here, I have a book from Creek Stewart, Pocket Guide on Snaring Squirrels for Survival. So having something to read out there, I've got a few books that I would choose to take with me. Some on wild edibles, some on just multiple survival type needs, because when you're basically done for the day and you just want to relax, a nice read can be very good for the mind for many reasons. Also, another roll of the snare wire. So I'm just going to drop those in there like that, put the book right inside, and then I know right where they're at. This here is a bow making kit with artificial bowstring inside. Now I have a video on this. It's got plastic in here you can make into vanes. It has some arrowheads that you could sharpen up and they could work if need be. But the artificial bowstring is amazing strong stuff. That there can be used for many different things. I've got 2 rolls of the artificial bowstring. This also can be used for fixing gear, just many different things. There's actually a sail needle in here as well. Next is a rat or squirrel trap. You can see it has the teeth on it to hold the animal, and it's made out of metal. It's a nice choice to throw in here. You can catch mice, you can catch rats, and it's said to catch squirrel as well. So I've got one of those, lightweight. Now next I also have some more heavier duty style of snares. So I've got some cable snares here and such, and just some more heavy duty for larger game. Which I could take this and throw right in there with those. Now I also have some kits that I got in the Apoca box, and I brought out the instructions, the kits themselves, because your mind might have a lot on it, and just a little reminder can really help. So me reading these, looking at the ones that are already done, it's going to help me build more. Now this one here is a snare trap. Actually, I looked at that wrong. That is the coyote deadfall trap. That's what that one is. Also, this one is the bait snare. That's the one I was talking about. This is a baited snare trap. And this one is the Siberian deadfall trap. So out of these 3 traps, there are many primitive traps, but these are the ones that I use most because they are effective. So that's why I chose these 3 to bring out, because they have proven themselves to be effective. And lastly, in my little bag here, I've got a fish or frog spear. 5-tong I've also got bank line on there that I can tie that to the end of a pole so I don't lose it. I could also put it on a harpoon style that if I stab, if it does come off, then I've got the rope in my hand to fight it. So also this has a cover, but that is what is in this bag to go for trapping. Gonna put you back down towards there so you can see, and we'll quickly go over what I have. So for a refresher, the frog gig, got 3 styles of trapping. I've got cordage here, but I also have bowstring if I need it, and also I can make arrows and so on. Very handy. I've got a squirrel trap or rodent trap, multiple snares, multiple ways of fishing, or it can be used many ways. You can set up a land trap with a hook as well for birds and so on. So this here can do a lot, and it doesn't weigh that much. I believe this kit with all this, it weighs probably about 3-4 pounds. That's it. So very good carry for me. So all that fits right in this bag, and then I have this in my hand that I can throw in another part of my pack. So that is what I would choose to take, heavy on trapping. Plus I can make traps out here. Now I'm talking medium to small game, and I can catch up to salmon sized fish with what I have. So that there would be my main means, and then the firearm or the bow will be something if I have an opportunity to get a shot. I am not basically spending my time hunting unless I have everything ready. I've got to prepare firewood, food, so on for winter months. You do that all during the spring, summertime into fall, so you have it for the winter. So I want to thank you for watching. Like I said before, these are fun to do, and using my knowledge of my own trapping, my own hunting skills and fishing and such, this was what I put together. But it may help somebody, you know, and it might make somebody think what they would do. So I want to thank you for watching. Take care. All the best.